let's just start. If you have a step, you can use the step to the warm-up. I'm going to pretend that we don't have a step for myself and just get into some nice big stretches. So take the arms up overhead. As you exhale, fold down. Go ahead and bend your knees. So mute yourselves, guys. Sway a little side to side. And then roll back up through your spine. Take a big breath in. Bring the arms all the way up. And fold down all the way. Hang your head. Just belly into your spine. Round your back a little bit here. And one more time, let's roll up through the center. Take the arms up overhead. Inhale. Exhale. Fold down. Bend your knees. Hang your head. Take your hands, interlace your fingers, and just place them behind the nape of your neck. And just drop your chin towards your chest and let your shoulders drop down. Breathe in, 2 more. And out. Now release your hands to the floor. Lengthen your spine and widen your legs so you can stretch over to your left leg. And again, if you have a step, you can put your hands on the step there. I'm just not using the step, thinking not everybody has one today. And pivot around to your left side. Drop your right hip towards the floor and then just stretch it back up. So without lifting the hips too much, or the right knee, excuse me. Without lifting the hips too much, just bend and straighten that back leg for 3. 2 more times. And on this last one, good, stretch it back. And then straighten your front leg. Maybe you want to shorten your stance and square your hips. My hamstrings are pretty tight, especially first thing in the morning. Head to the shins. Rise up onto the back toes, lower the back heel, and lift the front toes up for 3, 2, and 1. Good. Come back to center. Lengthen your spine. Walk your feet a little bit wider and bend your right knee again. So just stretch into that right hip and then pivot around to your right side. Bend the back knee to the floor. Take it up without lifting your hips too high. Bend and straighten, or bend and snap, whatever you want to call it. 3, 2, one more time. 1. Good. Now straighten the front leg and then shorten your stance if you can. Square up your hips. Right hip pulls back, left hip pulls forward. Good. Come onto the toes of the back foot. Lower that heel, come onto the heel of the front foot. 3, 2, and 1. Turn it around to the front. Bend your knees, pull your belly into your spine, round your back, arch your back. Good. Round your back, pull your belly in. Release your chest and just fold over your legs again. Take your hands behind your back, palms together, arms up, away from your back, maybe over your head. Crown of the head to the floor. Breathe in, 1 more. Roll up slowly. Come all the way to standing. Roll those shoulders back and around. And just take your arms and cross them in front of you. Open up and switch sides. Do that a couple more times. Just open, close. Stretch, squeeze the shoulder blades together. 1 more in each direction. And good. Okay, keep moving in place. Let me explain quickly what we're going to do. I just need a quick water. We have a minute of time for every exercise. So some exercises you're going to want to use lighter weights. If we are using weights at all, some exercises you're not going to care. I will count the minute of time and tell you what to do. The first set is a weighted hand, right hand grip squat. It's called a suitcase squat. So it's like you're, in the days when you were allowed to leave your suitcases on the floor in the airport and you had to go pick it back up. So without being asked a million times if anybody else handled your suitcase. So you're going to hold the right hand, the suitcase or the weight in the right hand, and then we're going to do that for a minute. Switch to the other side. So grab whatever weight you can. If you want to start off, I'm actually going to start off with a lighter weight than I would, just because of the time. Now, we've got, I think, 8 sets of exercises. We're going to run through each of them, and then we're going to repeat it, okay? Still for a minute of time. So here we go in 3, 2, 1. Right side. Squat, come back up. Now the left hand, if possible, is off your body. If you're not squatting, I want you to do a side bend to the right, okay? If you're not squatting, you can do a toe lift or a side bend to the right. Get your weight back into your heels, chest is up. It's like you're gonna sit into a chair. We've talked about that a million times, how we get our hips down low. Try not to let your belly pooch out and kind of hang on your thighs. Stay nice and strong through the center. Breathe in. You're already halfway through on this side. All we're gonna do is switch arms, right, with the weight. We're gonna keep, now, it feels like you should maybe shift your hips off because the weight is in one side. Do not. Just do a regular squat. You're just holding the weight in one side. And we've got 10 more seconds till we switch sides. And all we're gonna do is switch sides unless you think you need a different weight. in 3, in 2, in 1. Keep going with the squat, just change arms. So you're gonna feel, again, like you wanna shift your weight a little bit one side or the other. Don't. Try to just keep it even. If you can't keep it even, you might wanna rethink your weights, all right? Chest is up, weight in the heels. Keep squatting. If you're not squatting, you're doing a side bend to the left side, all right? That's it, 35 seconds. Where's Randy? I don't see you. Okay, keep your camera on so I can see and help you guys. Adjust your cameras accordingly if you can. 20 seconds. So sometimes we do reps that don't take us for a minute. So sometimes this could be a little bit long. You got about 5 more seconds coming up. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Now, if you have a step, or a chair, or an ottoman, or a bed, and you want to use it to kneel on, and if you have a step and you need padding underneath your knees, go ahead and grab it. But all we're doing is a kneeling one-arm row. The other option is if you're standing, you can have your legs forward. You can take your hand here. I like to have my hand off. Or you can be in the same position as a squat or a lunge and just do your rows, okay? So let's get down to the first one. I'm going to cross over my step. My left knee is going to be on, so my right arm is going to do the work. All right, let's get ready. Right arm rows in 3, 2, go. And again, all we're going to do is switch arms. So think about the weight you're using, because a minute of time can get kind of long. You might even want to count your reps so you know how many you typically might get in a minute. Good, we got 40 seconds to go. Keep your back nice and flat. If you're changing your position, if you can just adjust your camera so I can see you and give you hopefully helpful hints, maybe not so helpful. We're gonna switch arms in 20 seconds, guys, so there you go. Remember when you choose your weight, how long this is, how many reps you're doing. And this is our first set. 10 seconds. I'm just going to switch sides of my step. If you're on a step, switch sides in 3, 2, and 1. Go to the other side, right into it. Left arm is rowing. Good, pull back. So our back muscles are, they're pretty big. So if you can, use a heavy weight. Good. Good form. I don't care how many reps you get. I don't care what weight you use. If your form is good, you're in. 30 seconds. Good. So we're not really doing anything crazy here today. We're just doing good old-fashioned strength, but it's a long amount of time we're doing it. So now that you know what you're feeling like on this first set, when we get to our second and possibly third set, you'll know how to adjust the weights. In 3, in 2, in 1. Good. All right. Those of you who have a step, you're going to have a seat on the step. You're going to take 2 weights. We're going to have a sit down. Oh, you know what? No, we're not yet. We're going to start with a squat. So, I'm sorry. I apologize. We're going to stand on the step if you have it. If you don't worry about it. I'll show you what to do. So for those of us, I'll face this way. For those of us with the step, we're going to step down and side kick. Step down and side kick. Now, with that, you're going to add rotation. So if you're not doing a squat, but you're doing the side kick, because you can, you're going to rotate your arms away from that leg. All right? So, first set, we're going to do the right leg off the side with rotation. All right? Here we go. Stand up on top. Make sure the weight is in the leg that's on the step or on the floor, not moving. Not on the leg that you're taking out to the side, for those of you on the step when you step down. All right? So, right leg's going to move in 3, 2, 1. So we squat down and we step to the, or kick to the side. Now, those of you not on a step, you're doing the same thing. You're squatting and you're kicking side. Squat, kick side. Trying to keep the weight as balanced as you can. Squat, kick side. Squat. Keep the weight behind your knees, so you're going to have to sit back if you're on a step in particular, and just make it a squat. Good, Cindy. Good. Kick side. You're halfway through this side. Squat, kick side. Working on abduction of that right leg, if that's the leg that's moving for you. You're not on a step, right? Is it important how low you go? It's a squat. So however low you go in your squats is how low you should be going here. Where are you? Let me see. Good. Kick out to the side. Good. Keep your torso more upright, Rosemary. All right, switch sides, guys. Squat. I'll just come. I'll stay here. Squat, kick side. So you should be kicking now with your left leg. Keep going. Don't forget when you talk to remute. Don't kick so high that your hip lifts, right? Keep it nice and even. So on the squat, you're as low as you can. On the side kick, you just don't want to have to adjust your torso and go into your lower back or other muscles. 15 seconds. Hang in for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now have a seat on the floor. Okay, or on the bench. If you're not on a bench but you have a stability ball, sit on that. If you have a chair that doesn't have arms so that you can have your arms by your side, or your bed, or you're standing, you could be standing. We're going to do bicep curls. So we're going to start with a seated curl. I'm going to go with a lighter set of weights today. If you're on your step, get your sitting bones probably off the edge so that you have room. So it's a traditional bicep curl right here. Maybe you're rotating. Maybe you want to do a hammer. The second exercise we do is a concentration curl. We're only going to be doing 30 seconds on one side. You'll thank me later. 30 seconds on the other side. Your tricep is stuck inside of your thigh, nice and strong. All right, let's start with 2 arms, bicep curls. If you're not sitting, you're standing. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. So curl up and down. Now here, I want you, if you're sitting, straight long spine. Shoulders pressed down. Curl the arms up. Your abdominals are strong, right? But you're not holding your breath. Now sitting down, it has a whole different kind of action on our biceps than standing. 30 seconds. We also, it's harder to swing when you're sitting down, so it might be a little harder for you. Maybe that's another good reason to use a lighter set of weights. Good. So even though we don't think we're swinging when we stand, there's a lot of times that we are. You know, even just that little tiny bit. We got 5 more seconds now. We're going to go to one arm. Let's make it our left arm for 3, 2, 1. Good. So just the left arm. If you need to use your hand to kind of assist you here, do that. If you're standing up, just bend your knees and come into this position right here. Right? Good. Full range of motion. As full a range of motion as you can accommodate. You've only got 10 more seconds and then we go to the other arm. 3, 2, and 1. Switch. It's a whole lot better than last Friday's workout, don't you think? 3. Good. Get that tricep inside of your inner thigh. You've only got about 15 seconds remaining on this arm. You may feel stronger on one arm than the other, which is why it's good to do single arm kind of stuff. You got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Okay, now, our next set of exercises is chest. We're going to be doing a kneeling push-up. So you're either kneeling on the floor, doing a push-up. If you're on a stability ball, you have a couple of options. You can have the ball on the wall, and you can do push-ups against the ball on the wall, or drop it down and it's a little bit lower. If you don't have a ball or a wall or a push-up, you have a wall. You can do a push-up on the wall. I'll call this a wall. The lower you are, the more challenging it becomes. If you have a step, your hands are going to go on the step, your knees are going to go on the floor for more of an incline, or you could be right on the floor. And the last thing we're going to do is a close grip chest press on our back. So we will switch over to either the step or the floor. Get ready. You're on your knees, or you're on your toes, or you're standing up, or you're on a stability ball. There's so many options you can do. But take your position of grip, close or wide is up to you. Ready, set, go. So, shoulders are over wrists. Head is forward. You can have, I'm doing a wide grip, so my elbows are coming out to the side. Those of you who want to do more triceps, keep your elbows in like a chaturanga, or maybe bring your hands closer together is another option, okay? I'm sticking with the wide because when we go on our back, we are doing a close grip chest press. That will get a little bit more tricep as well. And you're just about halfway there. Keep the crown of your head in line. The other option on the stability ball is to walk over the stability ball, bring your hands to the floor and do push-ups there. All right? So lots of options. So many options. All right. You've got about 10 more seconds here. I'm going to give you time to set up for your chest press when we have to get there in 5 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Good. All right. So come on down onto your step, floor, wherever you are. Grab some moderate to heavier weights. Remember, it's a minute of time. So wherever you are, you might need to adjust that. All right. Here we go. Close grip chest press on a flat bench. Lay down. You know what to do with the legs on the floor, in the air. Let's go. Start. Close grip chest press. So I'm going to bring my feet in the air to help me imprint my spine. My elbows are like chaturanga now. Down and press. Good. You can do this on the stability ball. You can certainly do this on the floor. What I'm doing on the step right now is the exact same thing you'd be doing on the floor. I'm on a flat bench. The only difference is I'm right now in a raised position. You're just about halfway there. So if your legs are not in the air and they're on the ground, but your back is arching, tilt your pelvis or get the legs in the air, and some of you I know will be in a bridge as well. 15 more seconds. Follow your breath. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Push your weights down. Do a little stretch. Now, here's where it gets a little tricky. Karen and Michelle, you're going to do an incline step. Those of you who are on the floor, obviously you're not going to do an incline unless you have something to raise your upper body up. So for those of you at home who are using a step, get your head higher than your legs. If you're on a stability ball, lean your back against the ball. All right, so now we've got an incline fly. That's a chest fly for everybody. If you're on the floor, it's not an incline, so you'll keep it just right over your chest, right over your center line. All right, incline fly, and then skull crushers. Incline if those of you who are using a step, flat bench, obviously for those of you who are not using a step. I mean, I shouldn't say obviously. And if you're on the ball, keep it with an incline. So your back is on the ball, but your hips are down towards the floor. All right, here we go. First set, incline flies in 3, 2, let's go. So, for my incliners, your weights go more over your collarbones. For my flat benchers, the weights go right over the center of your chest. If you're on an incline, you can still get your legs up in the air. You can still be in a bridge if you'd like, or your feet can be on the floor. Control the movement, opening and closing. Don't go, especially those of you on a step or on the ball, make sure your shoulders or your arms don't go below your shoulder level. There's about 20 seconds to go on this. Now also on the floor with your feet in the incline, you can tilt your pelvis a little easier, I feel, and keep that imprint. I'm going to give you a couple of seconds in between the fly and the skull crushes just to set up. 3, 2, and 1. In case you choose you want to go to a lighter set of weights or any other set of weights, grab it for 5. Don't take your time. 3, 2, skull crushes. So right to your forehead. Same thing with the legs, okay? So whatever you've been doing on your legs here, you can continue to do. Your abdominals are nice and strong. Pull the belly into the spine. Oh, Siri, I'm not talking to you. Siri wants to get involved in all my conversations, you know? All right, keep it going. So my hands, I'm using 2 weights. If you're using 1 weight, you have either choice of which way you want to do it. So if you can see my back arching here, that's definitely a glamour don't. So you want to get your imprinted spine, pull your belly into your spine. You got 15 seconds, guys. Yeah, keep going. Woo-wee. Hang in there. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Put your weights down. Okay. Sorry for my steppers, but you're going to have to go back to a flat bench. All right, so we're going to go back to a flat bench. And that's just the way it is. All right. So I'm going to take my mat off. Those of you who would not have a step, and you also might want to keep a weight on, we've got 2 different bridges going on here. The first one for those of you on a step or your chair or your couch or your bed may be a little high. You're going to have your hips, I'll come this way, you're going to have your hips head on the bench, hips down. So those of you on a stability ball will do the same thing. Take a weight if you want it on your pelvis. You're going to sit down onto the floor, lean back. So our first one is our back is on the bench, we're doing bridges. Our second one, our feet are going to be on the bench doing bridges. So again, a table, a chair, an ottoman, a bed. Ready? Back on the floor. If you want to put a weight on your pelvis, go for it in 3, 2, go. So my shoulder blades are resting just at the edge of the bench. So I'm going down. It's a little bit harder to articulate my spine, so I'm going to have a little bit more arch. If this is not going to work for you guys, then go onto the floor and just do traditional bridges. All right, just your good old-fashioned bridging. Good, and you're just about 30 seconds into this. Let me see how we're doing. If you're on a stability ball, don't let the ball move. Let your body do the moving, okay? Don't roll that stability ball back and forth. 20 seconds more, and then I'll give you time to just flip over. If you're using a weight, it may feel a little bit more strain on your back, so make sure that that's not the case for you. You got 3 more seconds. 2, 1, and come down, and let's just switch over to the other side. So I'm going to go behind my bench. My feet are going to be on. For those of you who want more hamstring, stretch yourself out longer. Go into a longer step with your legs. Hips up and down. I'm going to turn a little diagonal. Let's go. All the way up, all the way down, all the way up. Now you can articulate your spine more, meaning your upper mid, lower back, lower mid, upper back. If you were on the floor doing the same thing you were just doing, take one leg in the air. I'll cue you for 30 more seconds. And then you will do the other leg. So there's always a way around not having equipment in these classes. Certainly if you people with equipment will be feeling slightly different. If your leg is in the air, do the other leg. So again, if you're on the bench, take your feet a little wider or further away from you to feel a little bit more in the hamstring. If you want to keep it glued, then just keep your legs a little bit closer. You're halfway there, 15 more seconds. The leg is still in the air. You've got the same leg working there. Hang in there for 5 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Hug your knees up to your chest. Good job. Okay, now, I'm going to stay right where I am. I'm going to have my legs on the bench with my knees bent. Some of you can put your feet up on a chair. You can do this on the ball as well. Or if you're on the floor, your knees are bent. In a seated position, I'm going to roll my spine. I'm going to turn this way for a second so you can see that I round my spine. I'm not going back with a flat back. All right? So I'm going to roll my spine down and come right back up. Now, if you have to jerk your body to get up, hold on to your thighs and pull yourself up carefully. If you have that little ball, you can put it between your knees to help you. You just want to relax the hip flexors. So let the feet relax, don't flex them. You know, when you're on a bench and you hook your feet underneath and you hook your toes up, it's going to make it a lot easier to get up. If you let go of it, it's going to be a little bit more challenge, and we can all deserve the challenge, okay? And then we're going to do a traditional crunch. So let's get started with the roll up. Sit up in a sitting position first. In 3, 2, go. Roll all the way down to the floor and all the way back up. Now, if you can do this easily, maybe bring your hands somewhere else, behind your head or at your temples, or maybe back here or across your chest. If this is not easy for you, hold on to your thighs and work that. Remember, your feet are relaxed. If you're on the floor in just a regular position, your feet are down on the floor and you roll up. So think of a Pilates roll-up. You probably wouldn't do these as long as we are here, but I want you to feel that articulation. I don't want to see a jerky motion to get you up, all right? That's just doesn't work for you. It's not going to build your strength. I'd rather you even go halfway up than jerk yourself all the way up. You've got about 8 more seconds. We're just going to hang out and do a crunch. Your choice of legs are in the air or not. 3, 2, and 1. Good. On your back for crunches. Let's go. Now, so I'm going to keep my legs where they are. I'm going to make sure that there's space between my chin and collarbone for my fist so that I'm not jamming my neck, right? I'm not just tilting my neck. It's not an upper back, not a neck exercise. It's still an abdominal exercise. Soften your glutes if your legs are elevated. Keep it going. Pull the belly deep into the spine. Use your breathing. You're just about halfway there. Good. There should be no movement in your neck. Relax your feet if you're on a step. Just let them hang over. "15 seconds, gang." Pull that belly deep into the spine. Let your legs relax. In 3, in 2, in 1, and done. Hug your knees up to your chest. All right. So, round 1. Fini. Round 1 finished. All right. So I'm just going to move my mat a little bit off to the side. If it's not in your way, don't worry about it. We're going to go back to the first exercise, which was our suitcase squats, right? With one weight in the hand. So, if you found that the weight you used was too much for you, go to a lighter weight. We're still working with 60 seconds of time. So sometimes 60 seconds went kind of fast, right? And sometimes it simply didn't. All right, so let's go on to our second set. All right? It's a minute of time still, and I'm going to get us started. All right, so right arm. Remember, the tendency when we have one-sided movements is to kind of shift into the other side. Don't do that. Keep everything steady. Don't go so low if you have to. All right, first set, right side. We're going to go right from the right to the left in 3, 2, go. Squat down and come up. Chest up. Keep your knees apart. Some of you have that ball. Feel free to put the ball in between your legs. You can also feel free to change your leg position into a sumo or maybe even a closer grip. It's up to you, right? Because we're doing a second set, I always let you kind of make that option if I don't already deem it that way. You got 30 seconds to go on this side. All we're gonna do is shift side. Keep your chest up, keep your hips back, keep your gaze forward. Good. Good, guys, looking good. That's it. Don't move your torso down. Keep your torso elevated or in line with your hip, right? Don't bend from the torso. Good. In 3, we switch arms. Nothing changes in the lower body. And change, go. Good. So it's just the same thing, although you're gonna feel like you might want to shift to one side or the other. Keep it neutral, keep it centered. You can count your reps. See if your reps match the last time. I have a hard time counting reps since I'm talking so much. 40 seconds. Good. That's it. Always doing the best you can. Good. 20 seconds. Stay with it. Stay strong. You guys are super strong, so you know you can hang in there. You can always switch weights or use no weights. In 3 seconds. 2 and 1. Good. Come down onto your kneeling. Actually, I'm going to put this one away. Come down to your kneeling. 1 arm row. We'll start with the right arm. So if you're not on your knees, if you're standing up, your left leg is forward, your right arm is doing the work. All right? Oops, let me get my magical timer. Right arm is first in 3, 2, and begin. And all we're going to do is switch to the other side. So you're either standing with this, and you'll just switch arms, or if you're on a step, you might have to hop across. Keep your back flat. There should be no movement in the spine, just the arm. Good. Don't look down or your back will round, so keep your back flat. Good, looking good, guys. 30 seconds to go on this side. Maybe now this feels better to you than it did the first time. Maybe your body's a little bit warmer. You're used to it, you're ready for it. You're saying like, bring it on. Ten seconds and we switch sides. I'll give you a couple seconds just to get over there. 3, 2, 1. Good. Whatever you're doing, get into side B in 3, 2, go. So again, 1 minute at a time is kind of long sometimes. Keep your eye gaze steady. Pull back, shoulders pull together, elbow pulls back. Your back is flat. Good. That's it, good. $25 seconds. Stay strong, guys, for 15. That's all you need is 15 seconds left. You can go to another weight if you need to, but you got this. You got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Roll your shoulders around. Nice work. Nice work. Okay, so we've got that squat into a side kick with rotation. If you're not squatting, you can still do a standing side kick and just bring the arms to the opposite side If you're squatting on the floor, it's the same thing, okay? So we're going to grab our weights. I need my little timer. Get ready for your right leg is going to be first. Okay, 3, 2, go. So it's a squat to a side raise, squat to a side raise. Flex the foot of the leg that's kicking. So kick it out. Don't go too high. You don't need to go high on these side raises. It's not the height that counts. Good. Stay on one side, Randy. Don't go that high. That's why you fall over. Okay. Squat, kick, squat, kick. Good. So any higher than hip level is going to start going into muscles that you may not want to have activated for that. Over time, 15. We're just going to go on to the other side in about 6 seconds. And come up and over. Other side. Squat, kick, squat. The weight is in the leg that's not moving. Okay? Weight is in the leg that's not moving. Don't kick so high, Rand. Yeah. Don't think about kicking high. Kick straight out to the side. Good. Weight back in those heels. You're halfway. Again, the weight is in the leg that's not moving. So it's that right glute that's doing some work here. Yes, your left abductors, abductors are working. Your 15 seconds. This 1 minute feels like a long time, doesn't it? As opposed to some that aren't quite so long. 3, 2, 1, and done. Come to the floor. Woo, not the floor, the bench. If you're not on the bench, chair or stand up. All right? Oh, I'm thirsty. Okay. We've got our bicep curls. So again, 2 arms, and then we do our 30-second concentration curls. So 2 arm, sit close to the edge if you're on a step, stand up, and do your traditional bicep curls if you don't have anything else to work with today. All right, here we go. 2 arm biceps in 3, 2, go. Curl. Good. Stay nice and strong. If you're sitting, keep your core very actively engaged. Don't hold your breath. Right? So you can sit on a stability ball, on a chair. You could be kneeling on your knees. Right? I mean, there's just so many things you could be doing. You could sit on your bed, on a couch. Just make sure you don't totally sink into it. Halfway. We go into our concentration curls in about 25 seconds, even less, and we'll be doing 1 arm, and then I'll cue you for the second arm. Right? It's a little heavier seated. 5 seconds. If you're changing any weights, here's your opportunity. 1 arm at a time, and begin. Go down and up. All the way, curl. Don't let your arm come away from your thigh. So you're digging that tricep right inside your inner thigh. Good job. Yeah. In 3, 2, switch arms. Go. All the way down and up. Again, you might notice one arm has a little bit more strength, as it were. Yeah. 15 to go. How are we doing, guys? Hanging in there. 5 more seconds coming up. 4, 3, 2, last one, and done. Good job. All right, we're back to a kneeling push-up and then your close grip push-up, close grip chest press. So keep your weights nearby, but we're gonna go on to either your knees, standing against a wall, or straight legs, or you're on the floor, all right? So, hands on the bench or wherever you are in a wide position. Again, if you choose to go for a different position, that's fine. It's your game, okay? Ready, set, go, and we go. So, push up wide position. If you're on your knees, let your toes come underneath you. Keep your back long. Don't collapse through your middle back. So don't let it become like a ski slope, yeah? So you keep head to tailbone in one long line. Look forward, don't look down. I don't care how many reps you get in there, it's up to you. I know Cindy and Michelle are my push-up queens. Not to take away from anybody else, and Karen probably too, yeah? But having trained with Michelle for a very long time, I remember. All right, you're almost at 10 seconds. I'll give you a few seconds to get yourself situated onto whatever you're doing for your close grip. You got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. All right, so I'm just gonna be putting my my mat on, and get your heavier weights if you can. Come onto your back. I know I'm going to have to be changing this up shortly. I lost my timer. All right, here we go. Close grip chest press. Palms together, elbows by your side, go. If you want, again, legs can be down or up, or you can be in a bridge. You don't have to doesn't matter if you're on the floor, on the ball. The only difference on the ball, obviously, is it's less stable, which is a good thing. Hold the belly into the spine, keep those ribs down. Good. So think chaturanga arms. You're just about halfway there. Down and up. Hang in there, guys. Come on, stay strong. Adjust your cameras later so I can see you. Don't get up now, finish your set. 10 seconds, because I think the rest of it is on the floor. In 3, 2, and 1. Good. So, if you can, make sure your cameras are down so I can see you if I need to help you with any adjustments. And this one is that incline bench. So for those of you who have the bench, flip your head up higher than your legs. If you can't do that, stay on a flat surface wherever you are. And if you're on the ball, use the ball as an incline as well. Ooh, I'm just getting everything thrown around here. All right, so our first is a chest fly. Our second is skull crushers. First minute is chest flies. Second minute are skull crushers. So, get ready on your backs. Palms together. For both times, palms are going to be together if you're using 2 weights. You can also just use one really super heavy weight or lighter. Ready, set, go. Chest press, close grip. So again, you might be able to get your legs in the air, or maybe you can stay down and just tilt that pelvis a little bit more because the incline will help you with that. Press up. I will give you a few second break in between the 2 exercises. Just make sure here that your back is not arching. So when you lift your arms, don't let the back arch. Keep the ribs pulled down. Pull the belly into the spine. You're more than halfway there. How are we doing, guys? on this beautiful, not so beautiful Friday morning yet. 10 seconds. We're almost there. If your shoulders are screaming at you and you need to go lighter for the next set, go lighter. In 3, 2, 1. Good. Take a short rest. We're going to go right back into our tricep skull crushers. So if you've got one weight, 2 weights on your back in 3, 2, and go. Elbows bend, shoulders don't move. Same thing with your back. Imprint your spine. Bend your elbows and straighten them. Do not move your shoulders. Do not collect go. Do not collect $200. You're a little bit more than halfway there. Keep the arms together. If you're using 2 weights, it will just make your life a lot easier. All right, we're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. All right. So sorry for my steppers. You're going to have to adjust the step one more time into a flat bench. You don't really have to, but it will be certainly. All right. So our first set is going to be on, your back is on the stable surface, your feet are, your hips are up. So you are actually in, just going to go this way. You're actually in a bridge, wherever you are. Whichever way you're doing it, feel free to put a weight on your pelvis. All right, we're going to get going. Drop your seat to the floor. Your back is supported. So if you're on your couch, you can try this. It may be too high. It may not be high enough. Ready, set. Head down. Hips back supported. In 3, 2, go. All the way up and down. Good. So again, a weight on your pelvis is great if it feels okay. If it feels like it's just too much strain on your lower back, I just feel like sometimes in this position, it puts a little bit of extra strain. Not that I want it, right? Somebody's frozen. Okay. Good, just turn off your mute or put your mute back on if you can. 30 more seconds, guys. Then we just kind of flip it. I'll go behind the step so that our legs are supported and our legs are lifted and our back is on the support. Nope, it won't be that way. Our legs will be lifted, yes. 10 more seconds. Right now our back is supported. Get as full a range of motion. Remember, if you're on a ball, the ball does not move. In 3, 2, and 1. Good. So if you're only on the floor, and I don't mean only, it doesn't matter, you're going to do this with your legs up on something, and you'll have one leg in the air if you choose to make it a little bit different. All right? So here we go. In 3, 2, and 1. Good. Hips up, go. Good. So those of you who would like to, one leg at a time off the floor or off the bench. If you want longer legs, if you want longer, more hamstring, get your legs further away from you. All right, so if you've got, all right, my watch went kapooey. All right, in 5 seconds, if you have one leg in the air, you're going to put the other leg in the air. Here we go. And go. So, if you want that one leg, this is your opportunity to lift it up in the air. My heel is on the floor. My toes are lifted. That's me. You can have that happen. Or again, you can have a longer leg length here. Go, go. 15 more seconds, because I gave you a late start. Squeeze your glutes nice and tight. In 3, 2, and again, your legs can be on the ball, you can be on your chair, or you can be on the floor. All right, so here we go. Sit up nice and tall. We start in the seated position, shoulders back and down. Everybody say hi out there in TV land. All right, roll down in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Roll all the way down, all the way up. So here again are your options. If you have trouble with this roll up, hold on to your thighs, round your back. If you have no trouble, then play with your arm position, change your lever lengths, which will make this a more challenging position for you, or a challenging exercise for you. You could have your hands in front of you, across, behind, over, or just rolling up and down your thighs so you're going to feel that articulation. Good. Just about 25 seconds. Try not to, at the best you can, try not to jerk yourself up. If you jerk yourself up and you can't help yourself with holding on, then just do a crunch or come part of the way up and part of the way down. All right, let's make it good for the last 5 or so seconds. And then we're going to let our legs do whatever you like them to do and crunch. So I'm just going to do a traditional crunch here, lifting my head and shoulders up. I'm not moving my neck, so I have space between my chin and collarbone for my fist or for a ripe piece of fruit or a small tennis ball. That's about the length, right? So you don't want to move your neck forward and back. All right, your hands are supporting the weight of your head. And your head weighs, I forgot how much it weighs, more than you'd think, right? For some people, their heads weigh so much and there's nothing in there. What's that about? All right, empty spaces between the ears. Keep going. Hang in. We're going to go for 15 more seconds. My glutes are relaxed, my knees are relaxed, my feet are relaxed. Everything except my core is relaxed. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And done. On your backs. I'm going to go back up onto the step just so you can see me better. I don't know if my steps are secured right now. All right, on your backs, everybody, hug your knees into your chest. And you are finished. Hug your knees in, nice and strong. So, happy Friday. Tomorrow we get to play with yoga and release all the weight bearing, or not weight bearing, but the weight strength training. Cross the right leg over the left leg, grab your ankles, pull the heels to the buttocks. When you do that, bring your tailbone to the floor and bring your heels to your buttocks so that you're not arching your back. You are getting a nice deep stretch into the glutes. And so remember those squats to the side kick and switch legs. Yeah, so this will help with stretching that, releasing that. And then uncross your legs, hug your knees into your chest. Roll yourself up to a seated position. If you're on a step, just stay there and stretch your legs out in front of you. If you're not, just stretch your legs out in front of you. And take your right hand behind you, left arm up, and then rotate to the right side, look over your right shoulder. Use the hand behind you to give you lift. Use the hand outside you to give you depth. Relax your shoulders down and just do a nice final twist. And then take your right arm up and lean over to the left side. Keep your hips grounded to the floor. Cross your right arm over your left. Stretch forward towards the toes. And then roll through your spine. Come up. Left arm behind you. Right arm outside you. Left hand gives you length in the spine. Right hand gives you the depth into the twist. Take your left arm, up and over to the side. Right side. And then reach it down towards the feet one more time. Round your back to come all the way up. Roll your shoulders back and around. I'm going to face front, bend your knees, take a big breath in. Good, hands around your thighs. Just pull yourself back into cat-cow, sitting up. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round curl. Inhale, lift. And then bring yourself to a standing forward fold. Hang your head and just fold down. Get your arms behind your back, palms together, reach the arms away from your back, head to the floor, one more breath. And then pull yourself up slowly. Roll your shoulders back and around as you come up. Big breath in like we did in the beginning. Open up your arms. Cross one arm over the other. This time we hold it a little bit more. Reach your fingertips towards each other. Inhale, open up your arms. Cross the other arm on top. Reach your fingertips towards each other. Open up your arms. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Bring the arms up. And give yourself a great big hand. Good job, guys. Happy Friday. Stay home, stay fit, stay healthy.